guest, as you mentioned, Lawrence, is one of the original architects of the XRP ledger, the cryptocurrency used in Ripple Labs' payments network. Joining us now is Ripple Chief Technology Officer David SCHWARTZ in California. Welcome, bright and early, David.
Thank you, Christine. It's a pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you, David. All right, so I was hoping you could comment perhaps briefly on this piece of news out this morning. Is Ripple hoping to find evidence that XRP is similar to Bitcoin and Ether and should not be considered a security?
Yeah, I think the primary argument that we're trying to make here is that the market considers them similar, we considered them similar, all the evidence suggested that they were similar, and then the SEC just, comes out of nowhere and say, nope, they're completely different.
Mm-hmm. XRP is also having a down day today, but overall it's been on a strong winning streak, touching a 2-month price high in the wake of an altcoin rally, completely recouping losses from the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple Labs late last year, and then some. What's driving this XRP rally?
It's always hard to tell. You can always come up with an explanation for a piece of news after it happens. But, if it didn't happen and it was way down, I could come up with an explanation. So I'm very hesitant to give much confidence to sort of descriptions of what happened after the fact. I think there were some rumors about a Coinbase relisting that might have sort of triggered some upward movement. And I also think there was recently a hearing in the case where, as you mentioned, Ripple was granted access to SEC documents that might have impacted the price. But these are all just guesses, and there's really no way to know.
David, for some of the new people at home, by the way, I still want to keep calling you Joel Katz, but David, that's your Twitter handle, by the way. If people don't know, follow him on Twitter, Joel Katz. For the folks at home, there might be a lot of people who don't quite know the difference between XRP and Ripple. They use them interchangeably. So can you explain just briefly what the difference is for people who might not be familiar?
Sure, and this is something that's a little frustrating for me because, I've been trying to clarify this for years, and it's just very difficult to kind of get the clarification through. I think also there's just a lot of people who use the terms interchangeably. Ripple is a company. We're based in San Francisco. We have employees. We have shareholders. We have a CEO. I work for that company. I'm the Chief Technology Officer, and it's a company like any other company. It's centralized. What the CEO says goes. There's a board of directors. It just works like any other company. The XRP is a digital asset. It's censorship resistant, it's publicly traded, it trades on the XRP ledger. Ripple does not own or control the XRP ledger in any way, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those things are controlled by sort of de facto governance structures. They're not run by companies. Nobody can force those systems to behave in any particular way. So XRP is a digital asset and Ripple is a company.
So how did Ripple then get all the XRP that it has? It has about half the supply. So just how did that particular transaction happen?
The XRP ledger has a very different design from what Bitcoin and Ethereum have, and many other digital assets. Like in Bitcoin, the stakeholders are at least to some extent the miners, and the miners reap the rewards of the transaction fees. So very much like eBay sort of interposes themselves between buyers and sellers, and they make some money off the difference between what I'm willing to sell something for and what someone's willing to buy it for. Miners in Bitcoin and even in proof of stake systems, stakers sort of reap some profit on the fees that people are willing to pay for transactions. The XRP ledger doesn't work that way. It is not competitive. Nobody's competing to reap fees. And as a result, the fees are very, very low. The cost to perform a transaction on the XRP ledger is like 1,000th of a penny, and they complete in seconds. But because it's not a competitive system, it doesn't have any way to sort of award fees to a particular party. Because although if it had a way to award fees to particular parties, people would compete for those fees, and it would become competitive. So the way its design works is when the ledger first began operation, the 100 billion XRP, all that will ever exist, were sort of up for grabs. And lots of people grabbed XRP out of that system, but it just so happens that obviously, just like early miners mined, huge amounts of Bitcoin before the public knew about it or was using it, early XRP users grabbed large amounts of that pool of XRP. And so the people who developed the ledger wound up with, the vast majority of it, and then have been distributing it since then.
So now, can the Ripple network sustain other tokens other than just XRP? Or are there any plans for such?
The XRP ledger has support for what we call issued assets. They were initially used for stablecoins. It has a decentralized exchange. Amazingly, all of this was working in 2012. This was all early stuff, and most of this actually predates the creation of the company Ripple. So you can go on the ledger and you can represent things like dollars or Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then you can trade those assets in a few seconds, at this very low fee. There is a disadvantage, though, which is there has to be some counterparty. There has to be somebody who's creating that asset. So if you have dollars on the XRP ledger, there's somebody who holds the actual dollars. And if I decide to use a particular dollar asset on the XRP ledger, I'm trusting that counterparty, kind of like the way Tether works. Now, you can choose different counterparties, so we don't all have to agree on the same counterparty, but there has to be like some entity that's sort of operating that bridge. And so it's not quite as nice as having a native. It's not quite as nice as trading Ethereum on like the Ethereum blockchain, but on the Ethereum blockchain, your transaction fees will be at least $10 and your transaction times will be 10 plus minutes. Here you're talking about a thousandth of a penny in a few seconds. So it's like anything else. There's all trade-offs.
Hi, sorry, just had a
What's up, my millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires that's entering this crypto space? I welcome you to this channel. You are that 1%er. And I know you heard that from David Schwartz. We are about to get cracking. We're about to fly up to space, just like Mr. Robert. Ripple's XRP gearing up for its biggest bull rally in years, family. Are you guys ready for this big bull rally for XRP? Are you? And if so, comment down below. You are super extremely bullish. You ain't got to say all that. Just say you bullish, because I've been bullish since I entered into this digital space. Okay, so Ripple XRP could be on the verge of a major bull run, the biggest it's experienced in years. At least that's the way analysts sees it. The cryptocurrency market has been in poorer shape than investors have become used to. With things taking a significant dip back in May, only a handful of digital assets could boost remaining in the green amid the drop. XRP wasn't one of them. However, it has realized palpable improvement. And by most indications, the altcoin could be gearing up for a significant run up the charts. Let's run it up, family. We are going to run up the charts. I'm telling you right now, 589, David Schwartz, Joel Katz, we are in it to win it. We're not in it to lose it, but we are in it to win it. Remember that, family. So, XRP happens to be a viable competitor with Bitcoin, the world's first and largest crypto, is concerned. While Bitcoin has been around for much longer and is worth a whole lot more, XRP can claim having performed incredibly well despite the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit. XRP is superior to Bitcoin in a number of ways, which should be the case as creators of newer currencies are constantly looking for ways to make their blockchains more functional. For example, the younger coin trumps Bitcoin when it comes to transaction times. The XRP protocol consensus algorithm could handle up to 1,500 transactions and scale as many as 50,000 per second, whereas Bitcoin is only capable of facilitating 3 to 6 transactions per second. And all that we know, XRP is the supreme digital currency that was ever created. Okay, the drilling of XRP is understood to be 90,000 times cleaner than Bitcoin mining. And you know they're trying to push out mining and have a more eco-friendly world. And that's where XRP comes into play. So, hope you guys understand that. And how do you guys feel? I know you guys feel like me. There's so much tension. There's so much anxiety. When is XRP going to shoot up? When is this Flare network going to launch? It's going to happen. Okay? Wealth just doesn't come like that. It's going to come when you least expect it. It's going to come when you don't even think you need those funds. It's going to come heavy. It's going to come heavy to you guys. I'm telling you right now. So if you're investing in XRP, if you're investing in XLM, and any other digital assets that has use cases, you are a winner. You are a millionaire. You are a billionaire and you are a trillionaire. So, second news here that I got was something pretty good. It's about it may not make sense, but what I'm trying to tell you is the inflation. And why I'm speaking about this all has to deal with cryptocurrency. And you're probably saying, why does this have to add up with cryptocurrency? Because the prices of everything is going up. Prices of food and everything else is going up. And you better have your bags packed, because this is where we will stand against the other world. We are the 1%ers. Remember that. We will have cryptocurrency, whereas we will become very wealthy. We will be able to afford a lot of things what others can't. But you guys, every one of you that are watching this video right now, you have a chance to become wealthy. You have a chance. It's up to you. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just telling you. Digital currency is the way. It's the new form of currency. You have to do it. If you don't do it, the government and the federal, they're going to push it into your face anyway, and you're going to have to do it. A lot of people are used to the American dollar. I understand. But you have to get used to the digital currency. And the supreme power right now and forever, it will be XRP until there's another digital currency decades from now that was supreme against it. But look how long we've been rolling with SWIFT. Okay? So inflation is coming. As you can see that. Pepper's going for 99 cents. That's ridiculous. But there was a video I want you guys to see, and I know you guys seen this one video from the Hercules guy back in the day. If you guys are my age, he was sending out a message to Brad Garlinghouse and David Schwartz from let me see, Jay Clayton. How can I forget that name? Jay Clayton. He sent out a message saying, "I'm sorry." Okay, so I got another video I'm going to play for you guys. The guy from the Ghostbuster movie, and he's going to tell you guys of what the message, what it could be.
Gary and Jay. Hi, this is Ernie Hudson. Winston Zedmore from Ghostbusters, from Oz, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, The Crow, Grace and Frankie, Congo. Anyway, just to name a few film and TV shows. I have a message for you from Brad and Chris. The message is, Brad and Chris, they want you to know the message from Jay was received. They're still a bit salty that you sued them on your last day of your tenure, but they wanted you to know that you're forgiven. They want to extend an olive branch to Gary at the SEC for settlement. It would be best for the world if the USA decided to use XRP, and the Ripple team is willing to help that process. It's important. Anything Ripple does should not negatively impact citizens who own XRP. And a parting message, get your moon boots on, Gary. The USA is going to the moon.
And you heard it first, family. You heard it first. He said, Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson told Gary, you better have your moon suits on and your boots, because we're going to the moon. We are going to the moon, family. Get ready. Pack your bags. Like what XRP bags say. We're going on the ship 589, and we're flying out. And you will be flying out with us. Stuff your bags. We are going to the moon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.
That when Mr. Trump, whether you love him or hate him, this was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II. See, I know what he was going to do. I know what he's going to do now. And he hasn't even got started. Now, what are you going to tell your kids and your grandkids 25 years from now when they say, gee, Daddy, gee, Grandpa, what were you doing other than having your thumb up your big fucking ass during the greatest transformation of wealth in the history of the world? What were you fucking doing? Fuck all, nothing. That's what most of you will tell them, your grandchildren and your children. It's never going to get any better than this, kids. This is the, as I said on YouTube, the eye of the perfect motherfucking storm. This is it.